Yes, YouTube. Anyways, I got a good update, bad update, but I got an update. I was getting close to my month. It's getting close to my holiday. I always look forward to that holiday year round, even when the following next day I start counting down. Well, let's get to this update. I'm on day 10 of something happening, in which I'm able to do more now. I can sit down, I can do things like I went ahead and did the yard work yesterday, but how can I put it? I don't want to just say everything because it's kind of nasty, but I have hemorrhoids, okay? Eventually, when you get older, things happen, and there's no reason or explanation, but they told me that I got this because of the military. They're basically sitting on concrete all day long, and all that is what caused me getting hemorrhoids. But I don't know. I don't know nothing about much about that except when they get aggravated. That I know. It's some painful shit, right? Excuse my language, but what happened was sometimes when your hemorrhoids get agitated, there's blood vessels that puff up. It fills with blood, and I thought it was an abscess. I used to get abscess every couple of years, or whatever, but I just found out, because I actually went to the hospital finally because one of them turned into the size of a golf ball. It got agitated, and it just was painful. Okay, what a hemorrhoid does is when it puffs up, it fills up with blood, right? And it's not the pain that hurts, it's not the throbbing that hurts, it's the pressure because it builds up and builds up. Think like a balloon that gets blown all the way up and doesn't pop. It's the build up pressure that kills you because you don't get no relief. You want that relief. And usually I don't like hospitals. I don't deal with hospitals. I try to tough it out most of the time. It works. But this time, if you know where hemorrhoids are, this just wasn't working for me. Okay, I had so much pain, it wouldn't go away, and finally, the end of the day, I was like, look, I can't take this. I need this relief. Let's go to the VA hospital. So I went, got saw. I just, if you know about VA stories, you constantly will hear how bad it is at a VA, the waiting times, uh, just to get seen, not really getting nothing accomplished, and basically it took this doctor 3 times just to see me for different things, and each time it took a whole hour. I got there around midnight, didn't go home until around 3:46. Oh, that's when I was out processed. It was 3:46. So basically, she saw it, and the reason I went up there because that one big hemorrhoid that turned to a golf ball ended up turning into two connected to each other. So there's two balloons puffed up together, joined, and yeah, that's the reason I went. I'm not gonna hold out for that. Usually I only get one, but this thing hurt so bad. And this doctor finally, when she saw me, she was like, oh, like I was some kind of medical miracle. like she gonna get an award off me, what I'm saying, for this. I was like, oh man, is that bad? And she told me it's not two no more, it's three. And by the third time, finally, saying she was hearing something back from the people upstairs, it's like going on three something, and I could tell she ain't want to do nothing because the option I wanted was to get these bad boys drained and feel better. I wanted that pressure gone, and she didn't want to do that. This is what kills the VA. I understand it's the night shift, and she ain't want to do that extra work, but just sent me to the pharmacy to get meds and sent me home was the wrong answer. You know, it was all right that you sent a consult for surgery for me, but I could have really used that drainage. And basically, what a consult is, it's just to be seen again. It's not, surgery. It's just you getting seen by somebody who can do the work. And what I found out, from my stepdad is that we don't have anybody like that in their department. So they hire somebody who comes like twice a month, I think, or like yeah, twice a month to do work, right? So yeah, they getting paid to do they getting paid buku. Okay. I really hate that I was at home. Yeah, I got some Percocets, but the other mess she gave me was useless. Just nothing. I could have really used some bandages. No bandages, you know. So some of my clothes got messed up. And I hated that it happened, you know. So I got to buy some new clothes. Well, I already bought some new clothes, but you know. Well, those 3 days. Well, let's put it this way. That was the first day. I went through 2 more days of grueling pain and all that. What was three turned into now 5 hemorrhoids. Just like huge golf balls, no relief in sight. If you know about anything about hemorrhoids, something happens, you know what I'm saying? Like a certain movement happens. Finally, something happened that caused me to get relief. Sweet relief, finally. It's nasty, you really don't want that option, but when you got this pain for 3 days, you can't sit down, you're just laying on your back and sides, and eventually those your back sides and the front get tender, you know. Plus, negative is just, you know, just, but, you know, after all that, 2 more days passed by, day 5, well, no, skip that, 3 more days. Day 6, I was able to sit down for a short amount of time. Just to be able to sit is wonderful, you know. You're tired of laying on your sides, your back, and all that. You're tired of constantly having to soak into what they call it, a sitz bath, you know, where you put Espon salt in there, you know. And I've done that so many times, like 10 times a day, and to sit in the tub for like an hour or two, you know, because that's the only time you get good relief and you don't get that pain. I did that so much, I ended up getting what they call it, overboard syndrome or whatever, and basically it's like imagine being on a cruise ship and you get off, but you still feel that swaying back and forth of the ocean, right? That's what it felt like. It felt like I was swaying back and forth still, and I'm not, you know. But it's a crazy feeling, you know. I don't get motion sickness, so I didn't get sick off that. It's because you constantly feel like you're swaying back and forth when you're not. Uh, 7 I was able to sit longer, but day 8 is when I was really able to sit down. I just keep that area clean because you know it's basically an open wound that just leaks, you know. So you gotta keep that clean. I'm on day 10, yeah, day 10. So I was able to do some work. It was a grueling process, but after day 1, I called you know, about doing my appointment for my consult, and of course the VA, the nearest opening they had was, guess what? October 31st. Yes, they wanted to schedule me for Halloween, my favorite day, just to make it even better of a holiday for me. And what's worse, 2 month wait just to get seen again, you know. If you know anything, like, once again, about hemorrhoids, once you go through this process, they go back down. And I don't want to get seen when they just back down and they're like, well, you seem okay, and send me back on my merry way. You know, I don't want that because eventually they're going to come back, you know, every couple of years or sometimes a few months. I don't want to feel that pain ever again, okay? Tired, I just want to get those bad boys cut out. Pray for me. Pray for me. Gosh, this experience, you know, I felt all kinds of pains. I've had that abscess right here before, and it latches onto every type of nerve in there. So I felt all the nerves in my teeth. There's a nice nerve center that's underneath your eye, and got under there, so it kept feeling throbbing underneath the eye, and that happened for like about a week and a half. You know, eyes closed, I was begging like, just take me, just make my head explode and just take me now. Like I don't want to feel like that. Luckily, on that last day, you know, it tunneled down to my gum line, and it was able to drain that way. But I told myself I would never go through that pain again like I did. I should have went to the VA on that, you know, but it's a learning experience, you know. That's probably one of the worst pains. And, you know, I was in the Army. I've had broken bones. I had bones that were, like, separated from each other. And, you know, the absence right there was the worst pain I ever felt in my life. And this is the second worst that I had ever felt. You know, like I said, I felt some different pains in my life, but that's the worst. So after I got all that nastiness, I apologize for talking about it for like 10 minutes alone, but it's an update. You know, I went through it. I hope I don't ever go through it again. Next update. Working on getting this car so I can start getting seen by the VA from my primary, get a new primary because I'm not happy with the primary I have now. I want to get my teeth fixed. You know, I'm 100% disabled now, so get my teeth fixed. I get my disability tag. You know, I just want to knock these things out. I've been procrastinating. I gave up on the VA like a year, like about 5 years ago. I just stopped going. I felt everything was against me. I gave up on myself. So now I'm trying to improve with that. You know, get back into the system and all that good stuff. And getting a car is the next biggest step for me because it's going to be costly. I want to get a good one. I don't want one that's a decade old like I've always been. I've always had used cars. Once they had problems, I bought a lemon that I've been holding on for like 6 years now, or 5 years now, and I don't want no more lemons. I don't want no more trash. I want something that's at least 3 or 4 years old, good price, and reliable. It ain't gotta be fancy like my Lexus SC400 I had. I just want something that doesn't guzzle gas. I want a car that looks a little bit streetish, you know. No trucks, no SUVs, no minivans. Okay. Anyways, got all that out of the way. I promised I was gonna show some of these shirts off. That's what I'm gonna do. I wore this one during my yard work. Unfortunately, you know, I wanted to knock some of that out while it was still nice outside. And that's the Warriors, right? I love this shirt. I love how they made the shirt. It's made with layers. It's in the shirt, you know. It's not what would you call it? Kind of like a layer. After a while, it starts flaking off. It's not implemented into the shirt itself, but it's, I can't think of what it is. But I used to get those from Shirt Punch, and after a few months, they'll start flaking off, you know, from my constant wear. And a lot of my shirts started to do that, you know. It's starting to do that with my Harry Potter shirts, and I used to love those shirts, and I have bought all 8, 9 of those, and they're starting to flake off. I hate it, but these shirts here are a little bit more expensive. I get them from Fright Rags, and I get them from Cavity Colors. I love those two sites. They got some good stuff. Whenever they have deals, I try to jump on them because they be selling quickly, and of course, Fright Rags this time had theirs, and I missed out on 2 shirts I wanted. One of them was the Amityville Horror t-shirt. I wanted that bad. This is another one I can't think if that sold out. They put some of their Omen t-shirts, but they didn't put the, well, I mean, they had like, you know, the baseball shirt and, you know, the hoodie, but they didn't put the Omen t-shirt. I wanted to get that. They had a nice, well, both sites had a nice Michael Myers 40th anniversary Halloween t-shirt I wanted. Both of them sold out on the size I wanted. You gotta be on it, okay? I just recently bought one from Cavity Colors, and that just today, or last night, they put out another t-shirt I want to get. I wish they did it at the same time, that way I can just bundle, because you buy a couple more, you know, you get like a little bit more, less for it, you know, compared to just buying one at a time. So, of course, I gotta go and buy that, you know, separately, and the new one I want to get is, what's it, Cabin Fever? That t-shirt looks good. I want that bad, you know. It's got a little grotesque on the beginning, you know, but I'll make it work, you know. I'm gonna show you what I did get from you. Let me show you the ones I do have, because I promised y'all I'm gonna show like 2 of them off, and the rest I had to do laundry for. We got the gate. I like it. This is actually purple, but like I said, this webcam ain't that great, so sorry you're not gonna see it in its full glory. But I got the gate right here. It matches my purple shoes. That's awesome. I think this is the one I showed. This is I Know What You Did Last Summer. This was Cavity Colors right here. And that one right there is with Fright Rags. Yeah, that's Fright Rags. There's the other fried rags. The other gate. Oh man, this memorable scene right here. Yeah, I love this shirt. Okay, I love all of them. I love how they did it. You know, these type of shirts will last a while. Okay, they're expensive. Yeah, they're expensive. They like around $28. The other side is 27. Um, so it's good to jump on one of they have the deals, but you got to be quick with it. I got the Evil Dead 2. This is the Fried Rags version. Cavity Colors got Evil Dead 2 t-shirts. That's awesome too. They just put their reprints out, you know, because they were sold out. They just got reprints. I'm gonna try to grab that too, you know, because I don't want them to sell out of the extra large, and then I'm looking like, damn, I gotta wait for another reprint if they choose to do that. Got Fried Rags with Return of the Living Dead 3. They got two other ones that was nice, but I wanted this one more than anything, you know. They had the VHS cover for it. That was probably gonna be the second one I would have got, but I choose this one, you know. There's the other Fried Rag. This is American Werewolf in London. Oh man, I love the design. You know, I love it. I love this type of t-shirts. I love anything horror-wise. Horror movies I'm big on, so these are the type of t-shirts I love. And here's the one I got from Cavity Colors. Today it came in the mail. I had to get it. That's Poltergeist. I really love how they did this one. Fried Rags has a Poltergeist itself, but they had just this demon itself coming, you know, in the door scene, and those already sold out. You know, I think they had theirs like maybe like a few weeks ago. It was new for them too. And, like I said, some of them t-shirts you gotta be on as soon as they put it out, or otherwise they're gonna sell out of your size. You gotta wait for a reprint. Who knows how long that's gonna take? But I love this shirt. I had to get it as soon as they put it out. I wish they put the other one out so I could bundle it, maybe save a few dollars. But Cavity Colors did great with this one. I love it. I gotta check in with Fried Rags because they haven't sent off 2 t-shirts I recently bought from them. I'm gonna see what's holding off with them. But anyways, let's get on with I really wanted to show in this video. And that's the 2 unboxings I'm gonna do. We got Catherine Full Body Edition. The second game, it's not really a sequel, prequel, whatever, but what they did is, if you know anything about Atlas and their Persona teams and all that, they usually come out with another edition, you know, of the same type of game, like Persona 4s, and they had Persona 4 Golden, Persona 5, and then they got Persona 5 Royal Edition. And it's the same type of game, but they're adding new content, new stuff in it, make it feel like a brand new type of game. Sometimes the story's changed up and it's a bit different. So all this one is kind of like the other game, but they added a 3rd female with more content, more scenarios and stuff. It's a crazy game, you know. It's a puzzle game, but it's crazy. You know, it's got a good story into it. I really love the collection edition they put out. It was in a pizza box. You got the little heart draws that came with it. So let's see how does this collector's edition work out. For starters, they have a slip cover. It's okay, you know what I'm saying. I did prefer the pizza box. You know, their collector's edition was wonderful, the last one. Okay, so when I got this, unfortunately, all the little pieces on top was bent. That's just how I got it. So how Amazon sent it to me, sometimes they don't take full care of, you know, certain things and just throw it in. It came in a box, you know, so it wasn't like in no envelope or nothing. But we got 4 sides. It's like a puzzle itself. You see the little sheep. The sheep is metaphor for your cheating. Open it up. You got 2 sheep itself with a heart. Fortunately, they don't line up correctly for some odd reason. This time, our item is a sheep with draws. Guess this is like a metaphor for how your main character is now. I don't know if you turn to actual sheep itself because you're just a human with the sheep horns, the ram horns. So I don't know if you turn to actual sheep this time or what. But I'm not a real fan of this plush shit right here. I felt like the underwear drawers was a better item they put in there. You know, they had some better stuff. You know, but the collector's edition wasn't that expensive. You know, so I can understand them scaling back. Here we got the steelbook. I love the designs on it. Here's something I found out as well. If you look in the art book, there's a variant. So they made two different versions of this. I like the variant better than this version, okay? And you don't know why when you see it. So I feel like we got the lesser half. When you fold it out, it still doesn't match up, you know, but there's no design in the middle. So that's a negative to me, you know. I prefer something to line up, you know, at least. But you got the 3 females on there. Shows you falling down on this side, some sheep. I really like the design, okay? What I don't like is the middle piece. There's no label. I hate the ones that fold in like this. At least, you know, other ones, they put the little middle piece label in there. When I put this on my shelf, it looks ugly because there's no words. You don't know what it is, you know. I don't know what it is, but Atlas, you really failed on that, man. Like, come on, man. You could have done better than that. You could at least put the label in the middle. I really hate they did that. We got an art book. It's not well, I'm gonna call it what it is. It's a basic art book. It ain't nothing ooh you know, wise. There's some nice stuff in it, but it's not like a real art book, like a huge, you know, the ones I like. Yeah, got Catherine herself. It's decent, I guess, you know, but it's still basic. It's still basic. Let me see if I can. This is what the actual cover looked like right there of the steelbook. It's the same one. Let me show you what the variant looked like. Okay, here's this better one. Let's see if I can get that clearer out. Let's see what's that on the right side is what the cover looked like. The left side is the variant. That's the one I would have preferred. It looks a lot better than the one on the right with different outfits. So it's a basic art book. The steel book is nice. The plush I'm not too fond of. And then, like, we got a soundtrack to go with it. So what did I think of this? I felt like they cut corners just to put it out. I mean, their last collector's edition, you know, the one with the pizza box was great. I mean, I love that thing, but I feel like they cut corners on this. They could have made it better. They just rushed it out is how I feel. That's the best way I can put it out, because, like, even the steelbook had a flaw that I didn't like, you know. That's just me being, you know, overwise. You know, I like things to be, you know, nice the way I want. And here's the other thing that I look forward to. There's the Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The Complete Series 50th Anniversary Blu-ray set. I saw this bad boy and I had to have it. WB has been on it. They've been putting out box sets that's wonderful. They had the Batman 4K set. They had the Batman animated, like 14, 20 movies. Like, they had the Batman animated. In fact, they put both animated, the original, and they put the what the UPN version, or the one with the Joker looked real crazy, and Beyond. They put Batman Beyond set out. So they've been on it. WB has been doing some good stuff. But I felt they cut corners on this. let's take a look at a recent one. Okay, first they got this little case on here. I'm not too fond of it. Whenever I see something like this, I think of their Child's Play, where the Chucky doll piece and his little toy set or whatever was just poking out of the seam, and it had the same type of casing, and I really hated it because it poked out and it didn't look good on the shelf. It opens up from the side. Oh yeah, when I got it, this case wasn't even set right. It was all poked out, and that's factory wise. They put that out of the factory crazy, you know. So it wasn't made with care, unfortunately, you know. Let's see. There's the end part right there. Let's see, you got that clear. I apologize. The window is right there. It's like still morning time, so it really shines, but that's what it looks like. It got some good features on it, you know. Just so the bonus content is nice, you know. I love haunted houses. I love crazy looking houses, mansions, and love horror types, even if it's just comedy. So I really like how this house is. I love how it's put together. It ain't too fancy, you know, but for what it is, I love it. It went for like $89, you know, same price as like, you know, the Batman animated ones, but I had $12 credit anyway, so you know, so they took that off. I saw it on a sale on top of it, so basically I got this for like 60 something dollars, and like the total came out to like 63 $64, you know, so I got it at a good price, more than what everybody else did. It opens up on the top, nothing too fancy. Here's a big instant gripe. As you can tell, you're pulling out one of the little window parts, and this is supposed to be Scooby-Doo, you know. Eventually, when I first saw it, I thought it was Scrappy. It was Scooby himself with a big ass sandwich sub, whatever. And it's a keychain. I don't like these little pocket pop keychains from Funko. I really don't. And what grinds me is out of all this WB stuff they put out, the Batman animated sets, the Superman set, you know, not Superman set, but you know, the Superman movie, the Batman versus Superman, they all had a full-sized Funko. Here we got a keychain for Scooby-Doo. Instant cutting corners. Yeah, I didn't like that. Here we got the actual item itself. Looks good. Opens up. Alright. I'm kind of crazy that there was only like, what, 41 episodes, you know. I could have swore there was like 100 something episodes on. What I told is like there's other things, you know, that went into like movies, you know, or special guest episodes, you know, so it's not really fully complete. So for some reason it still says complete series, but whatever the case may be, I got it. You know, this is my childhood. I got my childhood in my hands. You know, I love Scooby, you know, the classic Scooby-Doo. I don't like that new artwork crap they do. And they made Shaggy and Velma love story. That was pure crap. They ruined that. Here's something nice that actually is the reason why it costs so much. They have a digital copy of the complete series, you know, code. I'm gonna give it away, so I'm not gonna show it, but they got that on there. You know, most people, they'll just go ahead and remove the digital copies to keep for themselves and sell the item back out. But this is something I thought was gonna be different. The encyclopedia, I thought was gonna be much bigger than this little small thing. It's got some neat little stuff, you know, info about, you know, the mystery machine and the characters, the special characters that were hosted in the some of the monsters, you know. It's short. This is not the encyclopedia I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to show like every episode, you know, a little picture of every episode with info about it. the makings, or stuff we didn't know about, the insights, the true things, how it was made. If you got like the Goonies 25th anniversary edition, it came with its own type of encyclopedia. It had details about everything in there. I mean, like full tons of pages of great stuff. This is like a little cheap version. They cut corners on this. I'm not happy about it. There's so much missed opportunity in this. Man, man. So what did I think of this? I feel it was overpriced, regardless if it had a digital copy of the same thing. For what they included in it, I felt that we were cheated. A little keychain. Are you crazy? Why give us a keychain while everything else you put out was a full-size Funko? This thing is not worth the $80, $90, price tag. I got it for $63, $64, and I still feel like I got cheated. It's supposed to be a limited edition itself. Bam, a little sticker, limited edition. Mine's like 7,966 50,000. So it's limited edition, but it's not gonna sell out like that. Trust me, it's not. You still buy this, okay? Hold off until this thing goes for $50. $50 and below is what it's worth. It is not worth, anything higher than that. Okay, I feel disappointed. I still got my childhood, but it's not worth the price. I'm sorry, WB, but whatever you did with this 2K, whatever you done with it, it's not worth the price you put out. You cut corners. I feel a little cheated out on it. For what it's worth, wait. Trust me, wait for a price drop. Don't get it at full price. That's just how I feel personally. Let me know how y'all feel. I showed you 2 items that I felt were cutting corners. Catherine price for it. It wasn't that much, so I'm not too disappointed. I felt I could have done better with a collector's edition, but it is what it is. It's finally out. I got it. Scooby-Doo let me down even worse, but I mean, like, hey, they got that. They put the Johnny Quest on out. WP is on it now. They were doing what we wanted, what we asked for years, so drop some likes, some comments, please subscribe. I can use some subscribers. Y'all enjoy, and I apologize for how long this video has gone.